Biafra, rise and shine, for your light has come. Arise and shine, for your light has come. Una, 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 una. Arise and shine, for your light has come. Many years ago, we've been fasting and praying for a moment like this to come in our time. Now to Kapiama has say yes, who will say no? Mebere Nigeria Bugani na Masina de Kanu Buga Buga Anina Opagike waroko simiri yakumu Biafra wengata Anina una Masi Simon Eba buga IPOB new dimension Nasimunu buga Mebere Nigeria buga Nina on Biafra restoration. Biafra media warriors call him the sword of Biafra. Mwechi Buhaku, Uniro Nejaranya Seno Droko.
Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Iburumwa for Biafra singi buga, Mebere Nigeria buga nina Umada worldwide asimono buga, Madan Chasa Suka buga. Madam, if you're more big, I sing Buga. She's sick and all. Anina, Many years ago, we've been fasting and praying for a moment like this to come in our time. Now to walk in Kabiama have say yes, who will say no? Nigeria Bugani na Neno tutu Biafra na mimu na boro Fama go to fagesi puta mafamwero kukwe Ngwangwa hajo kukwe wepo mwenye keruwa Imano simea wekiwa Kumu Biafra wekata Anina na nae Mebere Nigeria Bugani na Autopilot, what they don't know is bigger than them. Nadia. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme.
And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back. We are live and we are direct.
Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking.
I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I will be. I have not just. I will. I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigo munu bakikemu. Munyoni ni te. Ana mesinu de. Unu gano gideri araso. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, nanyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation, as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me on this program today. I appreciate everybody that have connected to this program, any place you are joining me from. If you are connecting from Biafra land, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, from any part of the world where you are connecting, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you and secure you. I thank you so much for joining me on the program. I appreciate everybody who have joined. I can see my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. She's there. I appreciate her so much. I appreciate Tochukwu Michael. I appreciate Amoku. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. And I appreciate my beloved sister, Adazion. Thank you so much, Adazion, for coming along. I appreciate you. You're always there. You're always there for me. I appreciate you. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to strengthen you also. Today, I've come once again, as usual. As you all know, we come on daily basis to encourage fellow Biafrans, to encourage Biafrans on what to do, on how to move on, and so who can continue to say that which is necessary. Continue to encourage each other, continue to stand by each other, make sure that we move into Biafra. As you all know, the freedom of Biafra is becoming much more clearer than it was yesterday. It is much more clearer today than it was yesterday that we are going into Biafra. And some of you who are not believing that we are going into Biafra in 123 days, you better wake up. You better wake up from your sleep. As I always say, this is an autopiloted platform, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiyama himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa and under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. A platform where we encourage each other. We don't preach hate speech. We do not attack people. We do not blackmail people. Neither do we talk against people unnecessarily. We don't gossip here. We speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We set the record straight and make sure that the Janjaweeds do not change the narrative. That is what we do here. So I appreciate everybody who has joined me on this program. Yesterday, we concluded very fast yesterday because of the brokers of our spokesperson, Simon Ekpa, while we are about going through and we got the alert that he's on program. We cannot be competing with him and doing program when he's having a program. So we had to go off to make sure we go and attend the program of our spokesperson and listen to what he has to say. And then we were not able to conclude finally, but while we are living, we had an issue that was almost sorted out. And I think, thank you, that issue has been really sorted out. The issue that has to concern my beloved sister, Ada Zion. When my brother Maxwell was complaining, I said it that yesterday, I said it that it is a misunderstanding, that my brother Maxwell misunderstood what she was writing or what she was talking about. Maybe he mistake her for somebody else. I said it yesterday because I know that my brother Maxwell has never been somebody who is attacking people unnecessarily or talking down on people. He's not that type. And my sister, my beloved sister, Ada Zion, she's always with me here. She's always with me here. Most time when I'm broadcasting, I use her words to speak up. I use her words to talk to people. I use her word and I reiterate whatever she writes on the comment section. So when I was hearing from Maxwell, he was complaining, I knew that it was a mistake. There was a mistake somewhere. And I thank you, that mistake has been corrected. And my brother Maxwell might be joining me if he's free. Anytime he's free, he's going to join me. And then he will also clarify on that. And I thank you, that all things have been settled. And today, we are moving on. The time that we're in is not the time for us to gossip. It's not the time to begin to look to our shoulders. It's not the time for us to be distracted. You must not allow anything to distract you in the time that we're in. You must not allow anything whatsoever to distract you. You must not allow anything to distract you, no matter what. Don't allow anything to distract you, no matter what it is. All you have to do is to move on. Continue marching on. Against all odds, against all attack, against all hindrance, continue marching on until we get to our destination. I can see my beloved sister, Diana Agumbia. This is another follower here. She's always here also supporting, and also in all my programs, she's always there supporting. I appreciate you so much, Diana. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. You are very much welcome. Please, as you join, if you have not shared the video, if you have not shared the broadcast, kindly share the broadcast. Share the broadcast on your platform. Share the broadcast on your platform. Any place you belong, wherever you are, please try and share the broadcast. Share it so that people will get to know why we are here and what we are doing. As I have always told you, you know that the social media does not allow us to get to the length we have to get to. They are pressing us down. They are trying to make sure they restrict our viewers. They restrict people who are listening to us. They give us a lot of restriction. So the only way we can be able to break that barriers of restriction is by you supporting, by sharing. You share and you like. You click like and you share. You click like and you share. When you click like and you share, we will overcome their algorithms. You cannot be able to hold us down anymore. People are going to get the notification and they will join us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for that support. So going forward, every one of us know the time that we are in now. And I tell you, the reality of Biafra is much more clearer today than it was yesterday. Biafra has become a reality much more today than it was yesterday. For a very long time, we have seen things happening. We have cried, we have complained, we have shed tears, until we go to the point that we are today, where we cannot cry anymore. We have gotten to a point where we don't want to complain to anybody anymore. We have gotten to a point where we have to act. We don't complain. We don't complain. No more complain. Today, we have gotten to a point where we have to act. And it is now very, very clear to every legitimate Biafrans. I am talking about the sincere Biafra, those who have Biafra in their heart, those who breathe Biafra and think Biafra. It is very, very clear to every one of us today that Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. And it has finally become a reality. You can see things happening. You can see things unfolding on different angles, on different places. And we have been saying that when we enter November, our spokesperson said it, our spokesman said it, that November, it's going to be the beginning of the march. That November is going to be the Abaramund. November, a lot of things are going to unfold. And it has started. It has started. The bell has started ringing. Wotowoto all the way. Everyone that has stood against Biafrans, we are coming after them to take our freedom from them. And we have grouped them into one. We are not blackmailing anybody. It is not a time for blackmail. Don't expect to see any blackmail picture, and we don't have time for the blackmail. We are focused on the real enemy. We have been able to identify all the enemies and we'll put them under one basket and we'll face them head on. The main enemy we are facing today is the caliphate, the Fulani caliphate and British, and the political elite in Biafra land, the governors to be precise. Governors and all the politicians, both the senators, every single one of them, we have now categorized them under one banner because these are a group of people who are fighting against the freedom of the Biafran people. They are fighting against the freedom of the Biafran people. We have to fight back because freedom is not given, it is taken. In case you don't know, freedom is taken, it is not given. And we cannot wait for anybody to come and hand out over freedom. We are going to fight for our freedom. And in case you don't know why we are fighting for freedom, maybe by the end of this broadcast, you realize why we are fighting for freedom and know why you must fight. Maybe at the end of this program, you will know why it is mandatory that you must fight and get out of this zone. And let me tell you, the fight is not just for Biafran people. Every indigenous person in that zoological republic, every indigenous person, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your location, as long as you're indigenous, this is the time you have to wake up and fight for your right. This is the time you have to wake up and fight for your life. It is a matter of life and death. As I always say, every indigenous tribe in that very zoological republic has become an endangered species in the hand of the Fulanis. Every indigenous tribe has become an endangered species in the hand of the Fulanis. When we say it, they say it's not a hate speech. That is the reality. That is the truth. We have seen videos where they are making their preparation. We have seen videos when they went to attack. And every place they have gone to attack, these people, they are the same people. It has always been Fulanis, Fulanis, and Fulanis. Every time they go for attack, it has always been Fulanis, Fulanis, and Fulanis. And there is no doubt about it. That is exactly the situation. And today, we have come once again to dive into this matter. To dive into this matter and set the record straight. We cannot change the situation except we do things the right way. You're welcome, my brother Maxwell. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, brother Mazi Chooks. God bless you. Thank you for having me, sir.
Bless you more. Bless you more. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm just coming from our sister platform right now. If there is a way, I will share myself into pieces so that I will take part in all the distance. There is no one. I will go enter all. I will enter everywhere, at least to show our people that you have a son, you have a cousin who is partly Biafra and Ghana, that has the interest of the people of Biafra at heart. So I will do the little I can just to make sure that I add my little quota to this, because if Biafra comes today, that is my ancestral mother's home. I will be glad to come there and rub shoulder with you people. God bless you. If you sack me, I will sue you to court of Biafra.
Nobody's going to sack you. I always tell you that you are part of us. I don't see you as a stranger. I see you as a Biafran. For me personally, you are a Biafran. That's what you are. When you see Biafrans, they don't hide. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter where they belong. You always know that they are Biafran, and you are one of the Biafrans. It's very clear, and nobody can take that away from you. Thank you so much, my brother. You're welcome. Thank you so much. So, as I was saying, in the stage that we are now, it has become much more clearer that we have to fight for our freedom. And there are evidence everywhere. There are so many evidence why we must fight for our freedom. So many things have happened in the past. So many things have happened that we have forgotten. But today, I'm going to play some videos that will be a reminder for us before we go into what we have to say. I will play some videos that will be a reminder. But today, if there is still any Biafran that is doubting or thinking, why should I do this? Why should I do that? Or thinking or asking, why are we fighting? Why are we asking for freedom? If there is still any Biafra thinking in that manner, I don't think that person is really a Biafran. In the present time that we are in, it has become very clear. Every evidence, everything that will make you cry, will make you fight by all means to make sure that your country gets free, has been shown to you. The message that Mazen Nandekano preached when he started preaching from 2011, when nobody have known that today is going to come, Mazen Nandekano was shouting, crying. When he went to the United States to ask for arms, they called him a madman. They called him a troublemaker. They called him a lot of names. But today, everything that made Mazen Nandekano to make that move is coming to reality. And I must tell you, Mazen Nandekano has done a good job. He has done his part. You and I that are watching today, as we have gone to this stage, we are Mazen Nandekano, anointed Mazen Samonepa to continue from where he stopped. Ask yourself, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm asking you, what are you doing? If you have not started doing anything, if you are still one of those sitting in the fence, I must tell you that the Biafran train have left the station. And as the train is moving, it is going to crush anybody that's standing in its way. It doesn't matter who you think you are, it will crush you. I am going to play some videos. After my brother Maxwell must have spoken, I will give him a chance to speak now. After my brother Maxwell has spoken, then I will play a video where we are going to draw our discussion from. And then from there, we will begin to dive into some other issues and so many other things we are going to talk about. It is not a child's play when we say 123 days to go. I say it all the time. Don't try to be busy trying to figure out how it's going to happen. Do not get yourself busy trying to figure out how it's going to happen. Follow it by faith. It is not easy for somebody to come and give you a countdown. Biafran struggle is not a joke. If for the past years you have been taking this as a joke, today, the people who are born for the mission are now in charge. Don't take it for a joke. Thank you, my brother Maxwell. Say a word before I now get into the video.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chuks. May God bless all Biafrans that are listening to my voice today. It's no other person than your cousin from Ghana. And I would like to tell you that our God is in control. If you ever thought that the restoration of Biafra is human, is done human, please disabuse your mind from that. Because as it is today, it is spiritual. Mazen Nandekano brought a different dimension, handed over to Simon Ekpa, a different dimension. Today we have gone spiritual. This restoration is spiritual. And those of us that are in the race, in the fight, to restore what was there before, that is Biafra, Republic of Biafra, must also try to be in spirit. So that you will understand, when they tell you, say they are counting days, days they are counting is spiritual days. Humanly, you might feel that, oh, what can be done within these days? What are they going to do? Just these days they are counting. What are they going to do? No, what they are counting for you is spiritual. If you understand spiritual things towards this restoration of Biafra, the coming of Biafra, you would know that it's not a child's play. We are getting there. If you were tired before, increase, put more fire, put more fire, put more fire, because we are getting there. Do not relent. Mazen Nandekano said it, that there are many people that will fall. He said it. So many will fall. But those that will stand will rejoice at the end of the day. May God bless you and may God protect you wherever you are. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Even before you came in, I was when I was making my opening speech, I was addressing people. You know, yesterday when we had a little bit misunderstanding yesterday due to some certain issues that slipped out of us, then I told them that the issue has been resolved. You know, we Biafrans, most of the time people will think that one or other things are going on. So I try to tell them that the whole thing has been resolved. Our beloved sister, Ada, she's somebody who has always been there supporting us whenever we are broadcasting, even when we are in the TV show and when we are here. So we are all together. I tried to explain to her, and I believe she has understood that. And I told her also that you are fully part of that, which she knows. So the only mistake was, I think it was the write-off. It was a mistake. It was misplaced. That was why a little argument came up yesterday, and we resolved it. And I thank you,
Yes.
for that. So
Thank
I
you.
want to speak on that.
Uncle Chuk Sabek, just give me 1 minute. Let me see. I think this will be the third platform that I have spoken about the issue today. I am not ashamed to say I am sorry, I am wrong. It's one thing to make mistake. It's another thing to accept that yes, I am wrong. Pride,
Exactly.
There is no pride. There is no pride in anyone that has been captured by the spirit of Biafra. There is no pride in that person.
Okay.
If you still
Absolutely.
feel pride in you, then you are not going to enter into Biafra. Because the Biafra I see is what I have done by the grace of God. I didn't do it humanly. Humanly, I wouldn't have done it. The highest I will not appear in any of the platform. But being that people that are led by the Spirit, I am not more righteous than anybody here. Don't get me wrong. My sins are bigger than any of us that is listening today or anybody out there.
We are all sinners. We are all sinners.
Good. So I am still going to use this platform, this august platform, to tell my auntie. I call him. There are two of them. Obri's dishes and Mama Ada Zion. Mama Zion, yes. So I am so sorry. My words were not good. Mamas, I mistook you for someone else, and that is the truth. Someone attacked me, and the same person now, as I'm speaking to you, is attacking Sister Linda. Where I am coming from now, the same guy is attacking Sister Linda right now. I will not mention his name. The same guy is attacking Sister Linda as we speak in Biafran Voice 247, where I just come out. I took permission from there to come here. You see? So I am so sorry. I mistook you for that particular person. I believe in you have forgiven me.
She has forgiven. She has.
Iru nwanne iwe nwanne a na-eru n'ọkpụkpụ ọ bụ kwụọ ya eru na ịcha uru ruo n'ọkpụkpụ ga-ekwesịkwanụ biko apịa nwata ihe weta aka nri akpọghachi ya azụ weta aka ekpa. Ọ bụ eziokwu, unu gbaghara m. Ọ bụrụ na unu bụ ndị ngwa n'olu ngwa ndị ke mama m ha ka m kelee unu. Asị m mama Ada Zion, mama Oberis dishes. Asị m unu maazị o na o kankanu ndewonu unu gbaghara.
No. It is okay. It's okay. You've done what is needed to do, and I've always known. Even from yesterday, I was telling them that I knew from the outset, because the two people who were involved in the discussion yesterday, we know ourselves. We know those who are truly fighting and those who are just the noisemakers and all that. So when things come up, like I didn't take it serious yesterday. I didn't see it as something, because I knew that it's just a little mistake somewhere, and I tried to cook that the correction has been made. So moving forward, you see, I want to play a particular video. The reason why we are where we are today. You see, a lot of revelations have been made in the past. So many revelations have been made about today. But I'm going to play one particular one. I'm going to play that one because the person that gave that revelation is one of the top security officers in the Zoological Republic, who made that revelation. But today they played it, and that man, I'm not even seeing him. I don't even know whether if they have killed him or they arrested him or whatever. I don't know. The man that made that revelation, the man that made the revelation in Channel Television. He made that revelation. After that revelation, I have not heard about him again. I've not heard from him again. I don't know his whereabouts anymore. That is the reason why we must fight, and get out of the zoo. The stage we are now, there is no going back. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks or what anybody says. There is no going back. And I tell you, 123 days is real. Prepare yourself. Let us listen to this man, what he has to say. Before we continue, let us draw our discussion from there. Let's watch that video once. It's an old video, but I want to bring it back so that we can be able to refresh our memory. You know, sometimes people who have not, who don't pay attention, they will say, "Why are you going out to fight? Why are you going to war? Why are you talking about Fulani? Why are you accusing this? Why are you?" But you are going to see the genesis of the whole problem. That when we say that the zoo is in the hand of the terrorists and terrorists are in charge, it is not a blackmail. It is not a propaganda. It is a reality. Let's watch.
It's not about sentiments. It's that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I say you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
So will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that listen to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than individual. That is the issue. This country is bigger than individuals. Buhari will come and go. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem and will not add value. But he will come and go. And somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society, the damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that?
After
you helped bring the government?
Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration. And we have a lot of hope in him. And we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us. I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants. I know what we did to convince the American government that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari. That was before the Lagos, the APC before they choose within.
Right.
And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking. It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet, because the damage to the psyche of this country is monumental. We'll talk.
You see, this very video I played revealed a lot of things. Number one, you have to have it in mind that this is one of the men who supported the coming of this very late Muhammad Buhari. He supported him. He did everything to make sure that the man came in power. And look at him confessing the damage that have happened to the July Republic. And that the funny thing that he's talking about repairing, somebody who will come and repair. But this very contraption we're talking about is irreparable. It can never, ever, ever be redeemed anymore. And you hear his confession directly, saying that there are members of Boko Haram in Asorok. There are members of Boko Haram who are in the Senate. Some of them are governors. And tell me, how can those people be there and you still be claiming of talking of election or one Nigeria? If you are not convinced with the information that Obadiah Melafia gave, because he's a civilian, this is an insider giving you information of the situation of the country. And since after this information, we never heard from him again. And look at this man asking that he never believed. He's saying that he never believed that Buhari will turn out to what he has turned out to be. This is one thing, one place that every one of us have to pay attention. You see, when Mazen Nan Nekano is preaching and he's mentioning Fulani, there is a reason why he's mentioning Fulanis. He's trying to mention Fulani to make you know the source of the problem. It is not a hate speech. They are the source of the problem. The governor of Benue State is doing the same thing today. Governor of Benue State will not mention the people killing his people without calling Fulani. And whenever he said it, all hell will break loose. Some will call him names. But that remains the truth. A truth that you can never, ever, ever hide. And once you continue to hide that truth, you will never move forward. And for you, who think that when we talk about Fulanis, you think that maybe it's a joke. We don't know what they're saying. When we talk about Fulanis, you think maybe we're making it up. I am going to play another video that is going to show you the mindset of the Fulani man. After my brother Maxwell have made a contribution on this video that I played, then I will play another video that will explain to you the mindset of a Fulani man. Why we must get out of the zoo. First of all, let my brother Maxwell comment on this very video that I have just played.
Thank you, Brother Chooks. With my little knowledge, I am not as advanced as that retired Navy captain. I am not as advanced. He is a staff officer, but I was an other rank who managed to rise from the rank of a private soldier to warrant officer second class. That is, you can call me a lieutenant general in in that cadre, other rank cadre. Yeah. Now, I have lived with these people for 18 years. I was a security guard, the chief guard commander in Buhari's house. I think this will surprise many people. It will surprise many people. For solid 3 months, I was in his house. It was from his house. I went to North Korea for my jungle warfare course for 1 year. I know this man very well. When you look at him, that one, this one that is here, our leader has pronounced that that one is gone. That one is a very lenient person. That one, let me just tell people today, so that they will cross-check what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been saying. The one that I work with, he share wall with Yaradua. Yaradua. When you are going, when you are going to Race Course Road, that is where their house is. Their house is inside. They tar the road from the roadside to that place. The gate, that is where the tarred road stops. These are the things he did for himself when he was the PTF chairman, the director. So I was in his house for 3 good months. This man is a man that was the first one is a man that was the one they were talking about. Let me just tell you, that was the one they were talking about. Because sometimes when I look at what is happening today, and I look at the man that I knew quite stay with him, that comes out, sit with us, discuss with us in the house before he will go in to his house to go and sleep. Sometimes 11:30, sometimes 12, sometimes 1 o'clock will be gisting. Most of the things Mazen Namdekano was saying, and when I see that one place, I'll be just laughing. I'll be laughing because I know him. I sat with him before in his house along Grace Course Road. He shares wall with Yaradua, the late the Major General Yaradua, the late General Yaradua. What they told you, this man is telling you now, is a different. There is a confusion between the first one and the second one. This particular one that is there now, nobody knows that one. For me, I am even surprised that person I know that time, 1998, 1997, 98. That person that I used to go within that area, conduct my duty and everything, is this same person today. I am surprised myself. I am surprised that the man that fought Chad, you remember what he did against Chad? For those of you that you remember what the first Buhari did against Chadians, how he fought them that time? When I look at what is happening to this particular one right now, I am totally confused, and I begin to agree that there is some kind of foul play in there. What the man is saying, he was drunk. When you see why I begin to put these things together, because this same Buhari now we are talking about, the one that made the comment that any attack against Boko Haram is attack against the North.
The North.
Which one was that again? You see, so we have seen so many things that is going on right now. So hold on, my people. So we are seeing so many things going on right now in this case. Look, the Southeast that gave him 25% has been vindicated because they know this man cannot. Because when I want to look at him, I will judge him based on what he did during the Biafran war, and that is how I am going to judge him. If you are an officer that is capable of killing innocent people, you are capable of killing innocent people, children, pregnant women, then you don't have my sympathy. I will condemn you there because I myself, even at arm, I cannot do that. I will not do that. So whatever, this man should not be surprised. You knew the man. You knew him. You knew him. Why will you now endorse him? Why will you endorse him? DSS and CIA.
Exactly what I'm trying to drive at. For him, after making all the revelation he made, he now claimed I never knew that this is the man. But I tell you, the Fulani have the same mindset.
Mazichuk, the man is a military senior officer. I am a junior. I am telling him today, he's my comrade. We are all retired. I'm telling him that he made the grievous mistake of his life. Listen to Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan one time said that his government has been infiltrated, filled with Boko Haram sympathizers.
Exactly.
It is there. Who are they? Where are the investigations that were carried out? Where were they not made public? So that we will name and shame, even if we did not prosecute them, let us know the people that are financing this thing, the supporters. All of them, because these people are fighting for their interest, the interest of the, look, it is pure funalization, how do we call it? Funalization of Nigeria. They have done it systematically. They have done it on book, and what they want to do now, which we are ESN must fight now, and every one of us, is the physical laying of their foot soldiers on our ancestral land. That is the final knock. That is what they are doing. Those people they dropped at Enugu camp, coal camp, mining camp. Some of them has been arrested. I've seen some pictures where they are arrested. When you see them, you don't need asking you know where they are coming from. They are trying now to plant their foot soldiers on our soil, and that is where they have captured everywhere. In government, they are there. In appointments, they are there. Control of Nigerian work, they are there. In the army, they are there. In numerical advantages, they are there. Mazi Chuks, our people don't know what is going on. When you begin to tell our people, it's like a fairy tale. It is not a fairy tale. This man came to change the structure. It's just like when they say the devil has come to change what God has put in place. That is what this man has come to do, to fulfill the blueprint of Sir Ahmadu Bello. And
exactly.
This is what they are doing.
Before we go to that direction now, let me now, I'm going to play a video now that is going to show us the mindset of the Fulani. And this video is made by a sitting governor, governor of Bauchi State, a sitting governor, opening his mouth to tell us that all Fulani are Fulani. They are first Fulanis before ever you can talk of being in Nigeria. That wherever they come from, whichever part of the world they come from, that you don't address them as Nigerians, they are Fulanis. That is how they know themselves. A governor was saying that. Even that same governor was trying to come and contest for presidency. And I want you to hear from this man why it is necessary for us to get out of this zoo before it is too late. Let us watch this video keenly. These are things that happen, but sometimes we forget. These are the reason why we are doing what we are doing. To make sure we do not get into Somalia with them. We want to leave the ship before they get to Somalia, just as one of our brothers said. I want to play that video. Let us listen to what the governor of Bauchi State is saying about him and his kinsmen, the Fulanis. Let's hear him.
To cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Your Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of the
operations.
Operations. You said to bring in the Fulanis together.
You see, the issue of misconception, I see there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in.
Did you hear him? I'm going to play it again, but I want us to catch this very point. He says the nationality of a Fulani man is just Fulani man. They don't have it on no matter where they come from. He mentioned Senegal, and he said their nationality is Fulani. But you see an Igbo Biafran, you see an Oduduwa person. Instead of them claiming their own nationality, they are busy talking about one Nigeria, selling themselves out. I want us to hear this man clearly again. Let me play it again. Play it in full now so that we can hear him clearly.
To cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Your Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely fund their program will be Nigerians.
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of
the operations.
Operations. You
This
said
is
to
it.
bring in the Fulanis together. We have
You
Fulanis from other countries
the issue
as well.
of misconception, I said there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the world.
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project, and it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really exacerbating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are
within that?
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics, because as I said, the Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you, and that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the lorries.
Let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be, this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere?
You see, I have to stop it there because these people are just talking trash when you see them. But I
Mazugo, see, I am disappointed with those. See, if these people are really, look, I stayed in a, say, I told you before that I took part and disagree with what they wanted to do to the Fulani people. I mean, the Southern Kaduna people. Yeah. The Kachia people, the Zango Kataf. And the Briningwari people, the Briningwari is a little bit far, but when you go to Kachia and Zango Katab, when you go there, look, let me tell you, he say, would they give them a place to? I expected the journalist that knows very well. They don't know anything though. They asked him, there is a place in Kachia local government. They call it Laduga. Laduga is another name for Ruga. When they want to bring it, they will not call it Ruga. It's just giving them there. They gave them Kaduna in that Kachak local government. They gave them, I think, about 70. I don't know which one, acre and hectare, which one is bigger. Is it hectare, right?
Hectare. Yeah.
Yeah, hectare. They gave them 70,000 hectares in that place. They call it Laduga. They went in there, they were there. It was not fenced. This is where these people supposed to ask this man, what of the one they gave them in Kachia? Is it still 70,000 today? It has been increased because they are now encroaching into the indigenous people, the owners of the land. They are now encroaching to the extent, I think by now it should have gone, at the rate they were doing it that time, it should be over 250,000 now. From 70,000. The time with the same media they were fighting there, it was around 120, 130,000. These people has gone in, build, settle, begin to chase the natives out of the place. And that was what was causing that problem over there. They sent me to go there. These people, when they now put up themselves, organize themselves to fight them and chase them because there are many there, then they will now call the army. The army will come, just like what they are doing in the southeast as we speak right now.
My brother Maxwell, you see, this video I played this video for us to remember the mindset of the Fulanis. You know, when this man was explaining, this man told us that Fulanis, their identity is Fulani.
Fulani, yes.
Their nationality is Fulani. He even trying to claim that he never mentioned that about this. Even one Nigeria was dried in his mouth. But you will see somebody from the southeast, somebody from the southwest, they will be busy shouting one Nigeria, even when you are not part of that one Nigerian business.
Let me put this in across. When you go to Guinea-Conakry, they have the Malinkes, they have the Susus, they have the Mendes, and the largest ethnic group there is Fulani. But they have never ruled that country because of what these people have seen in them. They don't want them to come close to the seat of power. It's either Malinke or Susus. These are the people that are ruling. From Ture, that the one I know, from Ture to this one that is there now. I don't know whether this one that is there now is a Fulani also. You see, this is how they are. Anywhere they go, they destroy, they want to capture. Because they are wanderers. They are wanderers. From Futajalon, they scattered. France chased them out because they rejected French system of leadership or government. Then France chased them out and they begin to run all over the places. Now the only place that they entered unopposed was Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria. That is how they begin to come in and gain ground using their own people in order to get influence. This is the habit of a Fulani man. In order to get interest, they begin to cause confusion, divide and rule between you and your brother. Then they will pick your brother, equip your brother with money, equip him with everything. Then I will be very, very, if I see Brother Chooks is like a dog, a chicken to me because I have money, I have power, and I have so much people that are supporting me from the Fulani. They will be pushing you. I will come and begin to fight you and kill you, destroy you, then it will remain me. And when they come, they will now crush me too, then take over. That was what they did to the Hausas. Hausa is the major ethnic group in the north, apart from other ones, the smaller ones. That was how they captured them. They will enter you. That is the mindset of a Fulani man. A mindset of a Fulani man is not to come and for you to give him that particular place to stay. He is coming to conquer. And when he settles, he will not bring the mercenaries, the one he was talking about. You know, they call them the mercenaries, the armed Fulani men. The one that are with you, we call them house Fulani in the north. House Fulanis or Bororos, that's how they call them. Bororos or house Fulanis. They will not attack you, but they are conduct. They are catalysts for the ones that are coming from outside for that revenge. That is how they are.
It's a very difficult thing. It's a very difficult thing. That's why I bring this matter for people to know why we are fighting the fight that we are fighting. My brother Erasmus, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining, my brother Erasmus. Thank you so much for joining us. I will leave the floor for you, my brother Erasmus, to make your contribution. You are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother Chooks, and thank you, my brother Maswell, for your education.
Welcome, sir.
You have always educated us, explained a lot to us. Just to add, just to correct one impression, the first video that was played is not actually a captain. He retired as a commodore. So
all right, okay. Commodore.
Yes, that's like the highest in the Navy. So now, my brother Maswell made certain key points. When you talked about Conakry, you talked about Guinea. I actually researched it. You were 100% right. And what I found out there is this: in spite of the fact that the Fulani there have about 33% of the population, they are the highest population, but they don't allow them to get to power.
Yes.
It's not as if the other ethnic groups that you mentioned are friends. But what they ended up doing was they do something like what you call the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's my enemy.
Yes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So what happens?
My friend, okay.
Yes, if for instance, let's use Yoruba and Igbos. So let's assume Yoruba and Igbos, for instance, are not getting along, for instance.
Yeah.
And suddenly they have a problem with Fulanis. The Yoruba will first of all forget their disagreement with Igbos. They will first of all combine and take care of the Fulanis. That's how they have been taking care of it. Because when you allow them into power, they will take over everything. It is it's in their nature. Now, I will use another country. That's one. I will use a second country, Central African Republic.
Yeah, yes.
You listen to Bala Muhammad. I think his name is Bala Muhammad.
Yeah, it's Ibim. That's him, Bala Muhammad.
Yeah. You listen
Adamawa State. He's the Adamawa State governor.
Bauchi State.
No, Bauchi.
I mean. Yeah, Bauchi State.
You listen to him carefully just now. That video that you just played just now is the video that actually explains everything that is going on in Nigeria right now.
Exactly.
If only people would just listen to that video, what Bala was saying. Now, this same thing that they did now was what they tried in Central African Republic. They came in from Senegal. They came in from Gambia. They came in from different countries. Yes. They came in from Chad. They came from different countries, and they wanted to take over the land for the locals. Yeah. They chased away the president, and they took over the presidency. They were well armed, and they started slaughtering the people. The people were mostly Christians. That was what they wanted to do. But the people fought back. They remobilized and fought back and decimated them. Anybody who is interested can go and check what happened there.
I was there. I was in Central African Republic too as a peacekeeper.
Okay, you must be familiar with exactly what happened there.
Exactly, yes.
Now, you see those journalists that were there. They are, as far as I'm concerned, they are the most stupid journalists that we have in Nigeria. By that interview that we did. Somebody is telling you that that a Fulani man in Gambia, is in a Gambia, in Chad, is as I said. So for me now,
on national television.
So you mean a Fulani man in Senegal, in Gambia, in Chad does not need any document to get into Nigeria.
To settle.
That he sees things because of the fact that he said that is what they want to try to do to educate us. As in, Bala is telling the journalists that they want to educate us to understand.
Oh my God.
To understand that these people, because these people see themselves as Nigerians, then they want to educate us now to see them as Nigerians. So it means that
the audacity is heartbreaking. The audacity these people have is heartbreaking.
Now you see these stupid journalists there, they were seated, they could not ask a simple question. So for me now, as a Nigerian citizen, can just wake up today now and just say, I see myself as a German. Why am I not a German? We moved to Germany and just take over German land.
Yeah.
So because
without
I see myself, yes, I will just see myself say, no, I should be in South Korea. I should be a South Korean. Then I will just move to South Korea then I will educate the South Korean people to take me and accept me as a South Korean.
Erasmus, South Korea, use Ghana now. Use Ghana.
Okay, let's use Ghana. Let's use South Africa. Because I see myself, because I have the mindset of the fact that I should be a South African, right? I should be a Ghanaian, right? These people look like me. I should be them. Then because I have that mindset, then we will now need to educate Ghanaians to accept me as a citizen, just like that, as a citizen of Ghana. And those two journalists were seated there while this idiot was telling them fallacy, and they could not even say, sir, what do you mean? How can somebody who is from a different country just automatically become a Nigerian
different country?
Now, let me tell you actually what is going on. That is actually what they have been doing since Buhari came into power. Exactly. They have been bringing these people in. They have been bringing these people in. For you as a citizen of Nigeria to get passports is difficult for you. But these people, they get NIN. Before they even come in, they give them NIN. They get passports. They are the real citizens. And now, then Bala Mohammed, them El-Rufai, Maswe, you made mention of Southern Kaduna.
Yes.
What you said there was 100% correct again. Because there's a Southern Kaduna man who did the analysis of how this thing they give them, the hectares they gave them, which is 70 you quoted. And the man said they are taking over the entire place. That right now, that you that is an indigenous member of that community, you don't dare even go to that place. You will not come back.
I was there. I was Uncle Erasmus. I was there. I saw what happened there. Koro. And when these people tried to fight back, they call us. Say, come and protect the Fulani. You are the causer. Let's say you are the reason why the problem is going on there, and you are calling the soldier to come and support you.
You see, so this is exactly what is going on. These people, since they wanted to use legal means, to institutionalize the Ruga. They wanted to institutionalize the Ruga settlement. Yes, in every state, any state in Nigeria. So when they make it legal, see, if they had succeeded in doing that, would have been done. Because when they make that legal, what they will not do, once they put an emir there, they will kill the king. That's what they did in Hausa land. They will instigate your own people to kill your own king. Then they will start expanding, they will start invading communities, they will start taking over. Then the next thing, they will have a constituency. They will have a member of House of Representative representing them in the house. It is finished. Because at the end of the day, even when you want to rise up to say you want your own country, how do you want your own country? Right? Those people are your constituents. They will have to vote as part of the listing. They will move in all those their brothers from Futajalon, from Chad, from Niger. They will move all of them in. And at the end of the day, you are done. Now they
Uncle Rasmus, you know one thing, just hold your thought there, don't forget where you are. You know what the man said? He said that we should embrace it, and there is a particular word he used. There's a particular word he used.
It's so annoying. Very annoying.
My brother Maswe is so annoying. See, I'm more annoyed because of the journalists that were sitting there.
Yes.
Now, you see, as they could not do it legally, they now started doing it by force. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yes.
So now they are using by force. They are See, there was it's just I've been searching for that document. I've not been able to lay my hand on the document again, where they listed the number of communities in Adamawa, in Plateau State, in Taraba, that these people have used force to take over. What they do is that the food soldiers will come in, slaughter the people. Then those other ones, the ones you mentioned just now, will now come and live in that place. And they said they said they have changed the names of those communities to Fulani communities.
Exactly, that is true. Absolutely.
See, as we speak now, I have one of my friends in Katsina, the village they call Kankara. Kankara and Dusuma are dominated by Christians. Half of it have been taken over. And this is where the fight has been going on in Katsina. Dusuma and Kankara has been taken over.
Yes, I've been hearing that. You see? So that is the mission. So it's very glaring for anybody who can think to understand exactly what is going on. And you remember when Octon was complaining and complaining and complaining, this guy, this stupid Yoruba man, Femi Adesina, said, which one is better, your life or you give them your land or your
land?
You understand? So now that they couldn't do it legally, they want to use by force. And I'm going to tell you something. If you listen to what Bala Mohammed said, their mindset, their orientation, the way they think, that these are the Fulani elite who imagine the ones that didn't go to school at all. This is the way the Fulani elites think. What are the ones that didn't go to school at all? So it means that these people are never going to stop until they achieve it. So it's now left for us to decide whether we want to keep fighting for life or we want to exit. The only solution is exiting, because these people, they are never going to stop until they take over our land. They will never
remember. My brother Rasmus, you made a very great point. You made a very great point. This thing you see this man saying is the mindset of the Fulani.
Exactly.
This is their mindset. This thing has been impacted into them. Every single one of them, they see themselves, no matter wherever they come from, they see themselves as Fulanis. They don't even care about these people calling this their so-called one Nigeria. They don't care about it. They are talking about Fulanis. Fulanis and Fulanis alone.
Oh, but that
is why it is important that we take people back to begin to know the people we are dealing with. When we say we must fight to liberate ourselves, it is a job that must be done.
You see, my people, you see what a Fulani man, you see what they are doing now. They have planted hopeless souls or danger, and he is busy doing their bidding, and with total support of these people. That is how they weaken our people. They will, and when our people begin to fight back, they will unleash the security on them. And you can see it happening koro in our eyes. Hope Uzodinma is doing it. Ojo Okalu went to my mother's state, Abia State, and said that he is going to tell the federal government to bring soldiers. These are the people they are using, the slaves that they are using, that are Biafrans. They are Biafrans, whether they like it or not, they are Biafrans, but they are using them as slaves to propagate that bad intention of the Fulani man.
Yeah, one of the greatest takeaway I want our people to take from this video, though there are still more to reveal when you finish playing the video that this guy revealed, is that these people are never going to stop. I want every in fact, not just every every Southerner to take note. These people are never going to stop until they achieve it. Yes, he said that will stop them. Yes, he said that will stop them. That's the only way. And I'm so happy that yes.
You see, in Central African Republic, they buried them there by chasing them out of Central Republic. Yes. If there are remnants there now, they don't have no say again.
Nigeria. Most of them came to Nigeria.
Yes.
Yes, I read that they came to Nigeria. Most of them came to Nigeria. So
you remember what the commander of the terrorist group in Nigeria said when he went to Egypt? What did he say in his address? That all of them are free to come to Nigeria. That was his comment.
The point of entry.
Yes, he said it, that they should come to, in fact, to renew, to resound that notion that Nigeria is for their ancestors and they also are owners of Nigeria.
Autumn has been shouting it. Autumn has been shouting. Autumn has been shouting that these people told him, Fulham wrote him, that their mission is to take over our land. Autumn has been saying it. Yeah.
Okay. Finish your statement before I talk.
Obadiah Melafa shouted that the mission that these people have, that the mission that they have is to take over our land. They are never going to stop. He shouted until he was taken out. They took him out. These people are not going to stop. That's what I want our people to take note of. They are never going to stop. It's either we stop them. That's the only way. To exit the nation. Let them continue with the Arewa, Islamic Republic of Arewa, where they will be Fulanis. It's fine.
Simple.
Thank you, my brother. You see, why we are saying what we are saying today is to let people know that everything we are doing today is justified. When Biafrans say that we are going to fight to protect our land, the ESN, the Wotowoto you are seeing today that has started, we have entered the dangerous month, which is November. The Wotowoto you'll be hearing about, it is legitimate. You don't have to fear. All you have to do is to equip yourself with any equipment around you. And before we proceed, let me play that very message, that very revelation that Obodo Amelafia made. Let me play it again. Maybe our mind will begin to come back. We have seen videos where they are showing us the kind of weapons they have. We have seen several things they have showing us. And some people are still sleeping. Some people are still busy gossiping. Some people are still busy attacking their own brother. Let me play that video again about the revelation Obodo Amelafia made before they killed him. Let us listen to that his revelation again.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, how would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
I hope you had it.
Wonderful.
Everybody was watching. I hope everyone had it clear.
And that is why now, my brother, that is why now you see helicopter dropping them in the towns. Just imagine, is it by coincidence they begin to use helicopter to drop people at the coal mining camp in Enugu? What are they going to do in Enugu? Are they employed to work at the coal mine camp? What were they doing there? That is how they were dropping them all over. Even in Sabongeri, the Sabongeri in Kaduna, the Briningwari area, that was how they were dropping them with helicopters inside the bush, and they were committing atrocity, chasing the indigenous people on their land, on their ancestral land, and taking over. And when the people organized to come and chase them, fight back and collect their things, they will not call the army. This thing they are doing, this the same template that they are doing in the southeast. When you chase them out, then they'll go call the army. The army will come begin to kill our own people. You are chasing them out because they are going to make that land ungovernable for you. They are coming to change the demography of your ancestral land. That is what they are doing. That is their template. If you don't know it now. I have lived with these people, just like what Melafia said. When they finished, are you surprised that some part in Benue, their owners, their sons and daughters in the diaspora, sent petition to the House of Representatives, they should debate it, that their land has been taken over and aliens has occupied their land. One of them there too said, no, those people in diaspora has no right to send bill in the House of Representatives for them to deliberate upon. Are you surprised? They fix themselves in all the important places where they know that you will come. Once you bring the document, it will fall into their hands. They will rule against it. That is what they are doing. And our people are sat down there and they couldn't do anything. That is how they started the doctrine of divide and rule tactics. And I expected this Ohaneze, ndị oshinde criminal, because I saw Eze jara nzu ọrụ ahụ na ndị nwere jakwe ube. Eze rara ube ntụ nga ime n'ọnụ ya. Ohaneze that's supposed to go and reconcile our people, begin to go and reconcile our people so that the job will be easier for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They refuse to do it till today. Our people, when they see us, when they hear Igbo, their cousins in the hinterland, they begin to recoil. It is as a result of Fulani indoctrination and false narrative. That is why, as you know, if you allow a man to propagate falsehood for quite some time, that falsehood now will become truth to the people that they are preaching it to. That is exactly what is happening. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has come to do. He needs support. As long as he has been arrested and caged where they cage him, it's just for a temporary moment. Let's support this man, Simon Ekpa, and support him in every capacity to equip our ESN. They are our front line of defense as we speak now in our forest. We must support them. Before some of us begin to come, we must support them because they are on the ground. I told you before, and I will continue to say it. If it is inevitable, I don't like war, but if it is inevitable, it is even sweeter to die by bullet than to die by a cutlass or something like that. It's just one bullet, you hit you, then you go. So I will defend my mother's ancestral land, come what may. And as long as God give me the power, I will do it and do it very, very diligently. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. We have a visitor. Please, can you introduce yourself and speak to us?
Yeah, hello. It's me.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, my brother. Choose.
Okay, my brother.
Can you hear me?
You're the one. All right, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, bro. Erasmus, I can hear you. Are you still there?
Yes,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Brother Choose was talking. Brother Manso was talking about that House of Assembly member who they did not even allow to even bring in that a petition from the Benue people in diaspora. Do you know who head up this thing? It was the deputy House Speaker of the House of Assembly.
Exactly.
It was the deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, a Fulani man. He didn't want them to explain that they have changed the demography of their place. He didn't want them to say that to express themselves on what has happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have been hypnotized. Honestly, I don't know if we have been hypnotized. A lot is happening, and people are not talking.
People are playing deaf ears. They're playing deaf ears to it. I don't know why. I can't just understand.
People that should talk are not talking. You remember there was an interview that Autumn granted Arise TV. In that interview, something stood out. When Autumn was saying, "Arise, your station is Arise." You understand?
Exactly.
He does not understand why nobody is speaking. That he will speak, because almost everybody actually understands what is going on right now. You understand? But why are they not speaking? Why are they not speaking? Where are the religious leaders? They all know what is going on. The prelate of Methodist Church was told what is to come.
In his face, he was told face to face.
Yes, he was told what is to come. And there is this diplomat, one of the greatest diplomats we have right now that is still alive in Nigeria. His name is Professor, I think, Bolaji. His name is Professor Bolaji. That man.
Yeah, Bolaji Akinwumi or something like that.
Yes. So that man quoted that phrase. When he quoted that phrase on what that phrase said, the man quoted and said that these people, this is what the phrase said, they told him. Yet the man is not even really coming out to say what you are to do. If they are still talking about one Nigeria, you understand? One Nigeria is going to actually attract them, because what is it? First of all, the first thing to analyze to solving a problem is to first of all finding the root cause of the problem, right?
Exactly.
Root cause analysis. So say, okay, what is the problem? What is the cause? So what is actually the problem? Why the interest in Nigeria? The interest in Nigeria is obvious. The interest is they want to take over. Forget Islam. Islam is just like a tool to get what they want. They want to use Islam as a tool to get what they want, because you cannot use Christianity, for instance, to go into violence. There's no aspect of Christianity in the Bible that you quote that will support this kind of violence. But there are aspects of the Quran that they can easily quote that support this kind of violence. It's okay, you are fighting a holy war. So that's why they are using Islam. But you cannot take it away that 900% of all of them are Muslims. We can't take that away. That's the truth. Now, these people, what's the major target? What's the reason? They want to take over Nigeria and move in their people, as quoted by, and now I'm quoting Bala Mohammed. That's what he said.
Bala Mohammed, governor of Bauchi State. Exactly. That's what he said. He said it openly. He said it on national television.
Yes. So he said their goal is to move them in, you understand, and settle them and resettle them in Nigeria. So which emphasizes what Badam Melafa said, that the goal is to take over our land and resettle their people.
Exactly.
And they again Autumn said it, that they said is our land is the land that God gave to them, Allah gave to them. You understand? So Nigeria is land God gave to them. So now that leads us to go back to 1979 declaration. 1989 declaration. 1989 declaration. Now, you remember that part of that declaration is actually to take over Africa, West Africa.
Yeah.
Now, Nigeria has a lot of natural resources, especially in the south. The goal is when they take over Nigeria, they will have more than enough resources to prosecute taking over other African countries. Just imagine taking over Nigeria with a population of over 200 million. And with all these natural resources that we have, what is it? It will be very easy to take over Ghana. What is Ghana?
The whole world will be in trouble.
Uncle, sorry, sir. Once they take over Nigeria, Ghana will be a walk in the park. Oh.
Yes.
Ghana will be a walk in the park. We are in trouble.
I just wanted to start from that. And if I were to be Western world, if I were to be US, I would take this thing more seriously than even Biafrans and Oduduwa.
Exactly. You know what? When Mazi used to tell them that this fight is actually for them, it's going to benefit them, because if they will get their hand on the resources of Nigeria, they will be a threat to the whole world.
Yeah.
They will.
Because let's look at it this way. I want to do a little analysis. Maybe there are one or two Western media and Western people who may be listening, and they can get something from it. Now, let's look at UK, for instance. There were some statistics they did in UK the other day. Somebody was saying that in his class of about 50 students for masters, 45 of them were from Nigeria.
Just imagine.
In UK. So now, I just use that as an example. The same thing in US, the same thing in Australia, the same thing in most of those European countries. Everywhere. Now, most of these people that we are talking about that are there are people from southern Nigeria. So when I use southern Nigeria, I want to, Yorubas, Oduduwa, those, the Deltans, and the rest of them, right? In Nigeria, and some middle belt, right? But majority are Yorubas and Igbos. Now, let's look at it this way. If they succeed, if the Western world do not assist and we do not fight, we fold our hands and they succeed in forcefully converting us to become Muslims, God forbid. Do you know the implication of that? If as talented as an Igbo man is, right? An Igbo man that didn't go to school at all can build something from the scratch. Can build something with that brain. Imagine this brain is caught and this people use this brain. Do you know the implication? It means that Americans will run away from their country. Because Biafrans are everywhere in America. Biafrans are everywhere in UK. Biafrans are everywhere in the world. The Edos are everywhere. They are smart people. Yorubas are everywhere. So imagine these people become trained jihadists.
Uncle, see, just please permit me, hold your thought there. Don't leave it. See, there is a research, I think from, Texas Institute, where they said that the most educated immigrants in the United States are Nigerians. Who are the Nigerians? South. South. And there is no one with associate degree. They are all first degree, BSc, 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 BSc. That was what I saw there.
Wasting away.
People in this thing, Texas, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying that the Western world should actually take this more seriously, because at the end of the day, it's going to fall back on them because we are everywhere. You know how many Nigerians are in America? Do you know how many Nigerians are in America? Imagine if all those Nigerians in America are jihadists. What will happen? So this stopping these people is actually supposed to be for the interest of the Western world. Exactly. Let's just peacefully separate because what will stop this problem is actually separation. Let everybody go their way. So they have the northern part of Nigeria, the core nodes. Savannah, Middle Belt, the one they call the North Central. They want Savannah Republic. Fine, let them get Savannah. They are predominantly Christians. The Yoruba nation wants Yoruba nation. Fine, let them get Yoruba nation. The Igbos want a Biafra nation. Fine. If the people in Niger Delta do not want to run, they want their Niger Delta Republic. Fine, let them get a Niger Delta Republic. Then
of course, every nation will be on their own.
Yes, these core Islamic fanatics that want the extreme Islamic practice, then let them form the Arewa Islamic Republic of Arewa. We will clap for them. Let them be.
I have a question,
my brother.
I have a question. I have a question. I have a question, my people. See, I heard on the news that Morocco, the state of Sahara, United Nations is deliberating on the nation Sahara. Is it Sahara? That the one that is fighting to break away from Morocco? Sahara. They say the United Nations is going to deliberate on it. Now I said, if United Nations is going to deliberate, because I've never seen any serious war or fight that is going on, Islamization that is going on in that very place like it is going on in Nigeria. And I do not know the kind of resources this Morocco has that Nigeria don't have, the triple. So why is it that the West, these powerful countries in the United Nations doesn't want to allow Nigeria to at least break up or disintegrate peacefully without any fight? Why are they keeping quiet? Why are they holding back and allow the people to die the way our people are dying? Thank you.
My brother, I do not have answers to that. I do not know why. I don't know, because I look at it like when you are talking of interest, they say, okay, interest. Does the interest outweigh the security concern that will come at the end of the day if they succeed? So I don't really know. I honestly am I don't know what to say. I don't know why they are not concerned. I don't know, because for me, interest does not outweigh security. Because for me, security is more important than that interest of financial inducement and the rest of them. So that security is very important, and they have a lot to lose security-wise if Nigeria was to fall into the hands of terrorists. You know, that's one thing I don't understand. But I'm more concerned right now in who is stopping what actually happens, you know, by ourselves. So for me, I think when we make the move, just like Danjuma said, he said the best form of defense is attack.
Exactly.
We cannot keep sitting back and waiting for them to come and attack us. There will come a time where we'll take it to them. You know,
you see, my brother Maxwell, let me add to what you were saying. This very thing you're saying was the same thing someone told Mazen Nandekan when he went to the United Nations. They told him to go and start doing something. If you are not doing anything, that they will not come. That you have to start doing something. They have to see that something is happening before you see United Nations will come in. And that is where we have gotten today. That is the state we have gotten. We have come a very long way. We have come a very long way. That is why every Biafran must key into the timetable we are counting. 123 days. I tell people, don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. Don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. I thank you, most importantly, that our spokesperson, Master Simon Eba, have been able to unite every armed groups, every genuine Biafran armed group. We are now speaking on one voice, fighting towards one thing. That was a very great move. He made sure that he unites all the armed groups in Biafra. Everyone of them are speaking in one voice today. That is a great achievement, and we must not look back. We must not look back, not now, never. Just like Mazen Nanekano said, that we have crossed the Rubicon. We have reached the land of no return. 123 days is a must. All you have to do, if you are watching from Nigeria, prepare yourself for the tough days ahead. But after it all, we are going to be victorious.
You see, these people, you see, brother Chief, these people are not, they are not sleeping as well. Oh. You see the approach they made to Tampolo. You see the approach. You see how these people work. You see, if you want to capture these people, you have to stay with them. You see, you have to stay with them. Supposing Tampolo succeeded in convincing BNG. What will happen today, my people?
But because we are in the appointed time,
BNL rather, I think we missed.
Is it BNL or BNG? BNL, okay. You see, when they look at him, this man, they have not given him contract before. They are not giving you contract. In fact, he was on the books of Muhammadu Buhari for arrest and prosecution.
Of course, he was a wanted man. Now they declared him wanted.
Yes, but they now see that the heat is going on. In order for them to secure that place, they now say to separate him from us. No, they now send him there, give him. Just imagine a whopping 4-point-something billion naira.
But the mistake they made is that we are far ahead of them, because even Tompolo himself doesn't have the men we have in the coastal region.
Exactly.
Tompolo doesn't have men we have in the coastal region. He was still approaching Biafras to give him men. He was still approaching the Biafran groups to give him men to go and guide the pipeline.
See, you know, my brother, my happiness is this. You know, if you listen to my presentation, when that this thing was given, that contract was given, I said that contract has nothing to do with pipeline protection. That was what I said. And I still believe absolutely it has nothing to do with pipeline protection.
Exactly.
Buhari has been in power for 7 years plus.
7 years.
The presidency has been in power for 7 years plus. How many months ago is it telling us that it is now that he knows that they have been stealing our crude?
Less than 7 months, he now approved the contract. Less than 7 months.
He has not. So the essence for me, I look at it that the way I look at it is that contract is two reasons.
It's a buyback. It's a buyback.
That contract is for 2 reasons. One, the agitation was getting heated up. Urban nation, Biafra nation. Now, they wanted to create an acrimony in the Niger Delta. So that, because you remember, Ankyo Briggs was already talking about the only way is out.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Now, they wanted a situation whereby most of these Niger Delta warlords will not agree. So they will not even come together to say, okay, let us even decide our own if we want to succeed on our own. You understand?
Yes.
So that, for me, that's one of the reasons. Two, give them incentives in such a way to protect the crude oil. Because number one, they are already envisaging war. They are envisaging that, okay, war may come. So now, if they are going to prosecute that war, they need resources to use as collateral to get weapons. China will be willing to do that, right? Turkey will be willing to do that. So, which resources are we going to use? That's one of the reasons they secure that contract. Those are the main two reasons I believe they secure that contract. Those contracts have absolutely nothing to do with crude oil. Because if you watch, there is this House of Assembly member who did investigation and actually knew a lot what was going on and where all those pipeline leakages were, even during Jonathan administration.
Exactly.
And that man actually worked with Topolo during that period. So it has nothing, for me, it has nothing to do with pipeline security or no pipeline security. It has everything to do with securing the natural resources and trying to cause enmity between all the world. Remember that thing actually brought a conflict between Tompolo, Asari Dokubo, and some other agitating groups. You understand? So in such a way that if this guy, you understand? Then if this guy is, they are not in good talking terms, right? Can they now sit on the same table and be talking about their own nation? No. You understand? So they will not have that ability to come together to say, let's form our own country. You understand? There is this man in Delta State that they call Ayeri, right? Polo has been able to get that one. You understand? That one is the one that is representing the Ishekiri, because he's from Ishekiri and he's in charge of all those Ishekiri area. I know that from that Polo interview, many people that do not know the man may not know when he called the name. He called it, he said it, I think, Ayeri Emani. Ayeni Emani. He is the one, just like Topolo is like stronghold in his job. That one is a stronghold in his Shekiri. That Ayeni Emani, billionaire. Yeah. So Topolo has gotten that one. So that is why he wanted to get a BNL. At the end of the day, let me tell you what I think. When the green light starts flashing, Topolo is not stupid. You understand? Topolo is not stupid. There was a reason why Jonathan actually used Topolo and armed Topolo. Jonathan armed Topolo. I hope you guys understand that. Yes. Jonathan knew, because he knew what he was seeing that was coming. And that's why he could, because he believed he could trust Topolo. He armed him. You remember Obasanjo said all of this. Well, Obasanjo wrote a letter when he said Jonathan is raising a militia. Jonathan knew what was going on. That's why he armed Topolo. So, but for me, when Topolo starts seeing the green light, right? He will have
he will have a change of mind. Yes.
Yes, he will work with these people. It's not about him. He's not the only one in Canada. He's just one of the warlords. There are so many people that will rise up to say, yes, we want our freedom. It's not just about you. It's about our
They will have no option. They will have no option that to join. Yes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone and your contributions. We have really spent enough time, and we are rounding up now. On rounding up, my brother Maxwell, just give us your closing remark. Let us close up and focus on some other issues. Give us your closing remark as we are rounding up.
All right, my brother Mazi Chooks. Thank you so much. And my brother, Erasmus. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Bless you and protect you in this selfless job that you are doing. We are not doing it for anything. We are just doing it for for ourselves, for our safety and the safety of our children yet unborn. And I will use this opportunity to say, please, Mazi Simon Ekpa is a human being. He needs support. He can make mistakes. That is why Joshua was there. When Joshua was there, as a human being, he was tired. People started supporting the hands and so on and so forth. And he got more strength to finish what God has sent him to do. Please do not look at Simon as someone that is, arrogant, but I've not seen that in him. He is very, very humble, very, very smiling, a smiling face all the time. He plays even at the, in the midst of trouble. He always plays things that will make you smile and laugh, Please, Biafra is a spirit, and God has, give us a Biafra, and he also will equip us spiritually to fight over it and restore it. For my people in Biafra land, I don't know how far the flood is right now in Anambra. That is, our own Biafrans are there as well. And I say, may God Almighty continue to protect you from the flood and from the hands of our enemies within and outside. Do not relent. Whatever that you lost today, God will bring it back for you in a new Biafra, which is going to come soonest. Thank you, and may God bless all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Brother Rankmos, give us your closing remarks.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. I just want Biafrans and indeed the entire South and Middle Belt that actually want their freedom to be steadfast, to be strong, and not to be, not to be weak. You can see it's not just about Biafrans alone. You can see the activities of Oduduwa now. Oduduwa are ready. They are getting ready. They are really, really ready.
Very much ready. Very much ready.
Yeah, go and read the article by Professor Akintoye. If you know about Professor Akintoye, the man is an 86-year-old professor who has lectured all over the world. He has lectured in America. He's a historian. Before somebody like that comes to say, oh, the only way for Yoruba is to exit, he has done his research. He has done his work. And you can see his last articles now. What he said is that Yoruba is exiting Nigeria before December this year, 2022. That's what he said. So that's what he said. You can go and look for the article and read. He said Yoruba is exiting Nigeria before December 2022. On or before December 2022. So the Yoruba agitators are ready. So Biafrans, just be steadfast. These military men, terrorists, infiltrated military men they are bringing is just for a matter of time. When the Yorubas are ready to exit Nigeria, let them bring all the things. Let them come to Yoruba land and let them come to this thing, and then let's see. Let's see if the Northerners are the only ones who own the military. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Erasmus. May Chukwu Okike bless you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your contribution. May God bless you, continue to guide you and protect you wherever you are. Thank you so much, my brother. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you who has been patient with us to get this far. I must tell you, we are in a difficult time. You must pay attention to every information you are hearing today. You have seen the videos I've played today to give you proof that everything we are fighting for today is legitimate. The reasons why we are fighting, the reason why we must fight, the reason why we must not look back, we must free ourselves. The enemy we are up against is not relenting. They have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. That is the only target they have. The Fulani, their mission is to kill, to steal, and to destroy, and they are not going to stop. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiamara today, Mazen Nandekano, who works with time, anointed Mazen Simon Egba. And today, Simon Egba is building on the foundation of Mazen Nandekano, and we have a time frame, 123 days to go. Key in, start doing something. If you are in Biafra land, protect yourself. Get protection around you. Be security conscious. If you see something, say something. Everything that moves around you, be security conscious. Don't take everything for a joke. Get food around yourself. If you are in Biafra land, get food stock around you. Actually, food stock that will last you for a month. Get food, stock food up, stock them up. A time might come when there will be no market to go to. When the only thing you will do to secure yourself is to sit at home. That time is approaching. It has been announced several times. Do not take anything you are hearing from this platform for a joke. Do not take anything you are hearing from Mazen Simon for a joke. Do not take anything you are hearing from all the auto-collected groups for a joke. prepare yourself. Don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. We don't want anybody to be taken by surprise. And as Mazin Nanakano said, no Biafran will be left behind. We all be carried along. But if you chose within your own self not to have your freedom, we can't force you. If you chose to sacrifice yourself, we can't force you. All we are doing today is to make sure that the collateral damage is reduced to number 0. Wotowoto in the high definition. It is going to continue to happen until we get to Biafra. The dragon flag is flying high. Even as you're watching this video, the Wotowoto is going on, and you will continue to hear information and see things with your own eyes. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. Before we go, let me play the jingles final for you to hear and the direction that will go.
And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back.
We are live and we are direct. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care.
I will be. I have not just. I will. I have become your last bus stop. I said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigo munu bakikemi. Munyo ni te. Ana me see you there. Unu ga no gide there aso until Biafra will come.
And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
Thank you so much, my fellow Biafrans. I learned our spokesperson, Master Monepa, is online. Please let us move to the platform of our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa. Let us move there and continue on that side to hear the message he had for us. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being there for me. I appreciate you, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of you. Bye-bye, and see you again tomorrow, same time. Bye.